Hello Leo, welcome to your weekly tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the week of March 5th through March 11th. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything that you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please leave me some comments down below. Okay, I do try to read every single comment. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond just the details that I'm providing, okay? Remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you, and look at that, a beautiful Empress energy to start us out. That is fantastic. I think that is already showing some really excellent energy, some great vibes for the week, okay? I think that you are really in, wow, there's a lot of good cards. The Star card, the Lover's card. I think that you are really in this kind of inspired mood right now. You know, I think that there's a lot going on for you, and I think that it really is... Gosh, all of these cards are just really tremendous. I think you're filled with the spirit right now. You know what I mean? I think that you are just so inspired and so you know, almost carried away by an idea that I think is going to lead to some really great success. Okay, so we're doing our Dove and Serpent spread, and we are going to do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. Now, we're not going to look at this card until the very end of the reading. Okay, so it's important to stick around until the end. We're going to leave that right over here. I'm not going to look at it. Hopefully that will tie everything together and give us the kind of closure that we need, or, you know, give us the confirmation that we're looking for. Okay, so we do have a lot of major arcana. That's fantastic. We have some good air. We've got some water court cards here. We've got some earth. We've got some more air and a little bit of fire. So I think it's a pretty balanced week for you. I think that you've got a lot going on. I think with this Empress card here, I think that you do have some really tremendous aspirations in your life. And I think that you've always been a person with really big ideas. I think that you have always kind of had these really like big plans in life, okay? I think that you've always had this knowledge, right? This intuition, this certainty really that you're going to do great things, okay? And I really see that you are the kind of person who, you have a lot of these aspirations, a lot of these big ideas. Sometimes you haven't always followed through with them, okay? I think it's one of those things where you have a little bit of success and you tend to just kind of stay there for a minute and enjoy it. You know what I mean? So that kind of will kind of give us the tendency to kind of stop where we are, you know? Sometimes it's seeing this resting place as the actual summit. Okay, so there's this kind of wanting to stay here where we feel good, where we're enjoying things, where we feel this success. Yet if we were to move forward into the future, there would still be that uncertainty, right? We would have to continue the struggle, but the rewards would be so much greater, okay? So I think that you do have these really big ideas. I think there has, in the past perhaps, been this, this kind of inability to follow through with all of them, okay? And now I don't mean that in any kind of a negative way. I think what you're really doing is honing in on what your real purpose is, what the real meaning of your life is, okay? And I think that's kind of the energy that we're getting into this week. I think you really have this tremendous focus now, this almost that there's been some kind of a spiritual or religious or energetic breakthrough for you, where you've come to some kind of new knowledge, right? Some kind of more clear understanding of your purpose, of your focus, of your will, your intention. Okay. So the Empress here, I think that this is really a lot of potential, and it may be that you've maybe been a bit of an underachiever, right? I think that you have such potential, such lofty goals and aspirations, and it's not that you're incapable of achieving them, but I think you've really had difficulty narrowing it down, You've had a difficulty knowing what basket in which to put all of your eggs. Does that make sense? So it's not that the will isn't there. It's not that the skill, the talent, the power, the focus, the ambition, all of that is there. But I think what we've been looking for is the clarity, being able to focus that, and really sticking with the one thing, the one kind of purpose and meaning. And it could have many layers. It could be, quite multifaceted, but it's kind of all comes back to one core meaning, okay? But now with this Empress energy, I feel like you are really confident in your path, in your purpose now, okay? We're going to go to this recent past card because this is the Star card. This is showing that the kind of the long distance goal for you, that distant star to which you aspire, is getting closer and closer and closer. So this is telling me that in the recent past you had some sort of epiphany. You've had some sort of realization or breakthrough that's kind of like on this on a spiritual level, I guess, because it feels like you've experienced a revelation about your life's purpose, okay? And this distant star, because, what are the stars but the vault of the heavens above us, right? And we have one particular star that we're trying to get to. That's our aspiration. But at the beginning, it feels very distant, okay? It seems like a very distant goal. It's not giving us much light, not giving us much heat or warmth or nourishment. It's just kind of something out there that we look at, right? I think that this is getting closer and closer to you. I almost wonder if we're going to have the Sun card here as this mystery card. Because I feel like there was this spiritual insight, this breakthrough, this almost religious experience or epiphany that happened in your recent past. And I am getting an H name in there somewhere. I don't know if your path, your purpose, your kind of the work that you do starts with the letter H, or if it involves someone with the letter H, because we do see some court cards here of a watery nature. Okay, so I think that there is something going on here involving an emotional relationship. Okay, maybe romantic, maybe not. But the recent past, I want to emphasize this. There was some kind of breakthrough for you. There was a moment or a period of time, perhaps, where this revelation kind of unfolded for you. Okay? And I think that you're now doing this work. I think really what this work is about is taking all of this inspiration, this enthusiasm, this kind of divine knowledge now, this blessing, this grace that you're receiving, learning how to translate it into action, into success, into productivity. And that again goes back to this Empress energy. The Empress has a tendency again to kind of just indulge in the feelings and enjoy where they are now without really being concerned about the progress that we need to make from this point forward. Okay, so we're kind of comfortable where we are. But given the right motivation, the right inspiration, this Empress energy can really produce tremendous, tremendous happiness, success, financially, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually. I mean, whatever you put your mind to, provided we have the proper inspiration and motivation, you can accomplish literally anything. Okay, so this is a tremendous week for you. Now, with these court cards, let's get to these court cards here first of all. Up above everything, we see the Queen of Cups. This is some real watery energy. Okay, this is water on water. I think that you're the type of person who really tries to see your own life, your own actions, your own progress, your own motivations and inspirations and stuff in terms of how they affect the people closest to you. Okay? You're not an island. Okay? I think as much as Leo has a tendency to come off like an island, you kind of have that island energy about you. You're not an island, You're not just an independent you don't live in a vacuum. You know what I mean? Your life is in relation to other people and how you relate to other people. So I think that a lot of the work that you're doing now you're taking into account how you're affecting the people that are closest to you. Okay? And I don't know that this is a water sign person. It may be. We also have the Princess of Cups here. Could be that you're in a new kind of relationship. It could be, this new relationship could really be doing double duty. Okay? It could be part of this inspiration that we see in the past, part of this revelation, part of this kind of new unfoldment of your understanding of what your purpose is, what your life meaning is. Okay? It could be in some way related to this person. We're going to say a water sign person, but not necessarily a water sign, okay? I think the water here is indicating that it's a new relationship and there's an emotional tie here, okay? Could be a new best friend, could be a lover, a partner. It could be, a family member that you're now getting close to, anything. But there's a strong emotional tie here, and I do feel like it's a new relationship. Okay. I almost wonder if somebody from your past has come back into your life. I'm kind of getting a bit of a maternal vibe from this card. So it could be that there is a mom type figure that has recently come back into your life. Okay. It could be that it's an older family member that maybe you never really were very close with, but now for some reason you're getting close to this person. Okay, it could be kind of an elderly family member. It could be a mom type figure. It could be an older sibling, perhaps, that you never really were close with, but now this relationship's coming back together. I'm not seeing any overt signs of romance, I guess, is what I'm saying. So it feels more like a family kind of bond. But anyhow, I think that you're starting to see your life path, your life purpose in relation to this person. And, not that you're living for this person or that all of your work now revolves around this person. No, not that. You still have your independence. You still have your kind of Leo pride and this sense of sort of being an island. But now you understand that you're one island among thousands of islands, right? All connected by what? By the water. So you're starting to see how your life now is interconnected with these people that are close to you, with the world at large. I think you're kind of extrapolating out to see the more cosmic connection of everything, right? It's almost like using this, what maybe is a family relation with this water sign person, using this kind of terrestrial relationship to extrapolate out and start to understand the cosmic relationships, okay? So maybe islands relating to islands, but here stars relating to other stars, okay? And what are we all connected by? Well, that infinite sea of space and time, right? But I think it is a new relationship in terms of the closeness is new. It could be someone that you've like always been related to, right? But it's something where the two of you are kind of beginning this closeness. So I don't know if it's an older family member that now you are helping to take care of, or if you now are kind of power of attorney, or if you're in some way responsible for this family member, or if now as we're all a little bit older than we were, right? Then we're kind of starting to want to reconnect with some of these family members. They could be old friends. It could be an old romance, something like that. I feel like it's a reconnection, you know what I mean? But it's got that watery vibe to it. So it's something where there is an emotional tie, not necessarily a romantic connection. Okay. And I feel like it's kind of like I said, the catalyst for you to really understand the greater implications of your life, the kind of greater path that you're on, the more cosmic connections like we were talking about. And beneath the surface, we do have the Lover's card. Now, this doesn't indicate a romantic relationship. This is kind of telling me even stronger that it's a family tie. Okay? This is a family member that we're talking about. And it's almost as if there was some distance between you and this maybe water sign person. But now this gap is starting to close. You're choosing to reconnect with this person. It's not that it was just kind of thrust upon you. It feels like you had the desire. You had part of this kind of epiphany, revelation, this awakening that we see with the Star card, was that had prompted you, I think, to reach out and reconnect with this person. I think it's now you're focusing more on the trying to get close with your family again. You know, I feel like maybe there was some distance, and now you're making the choice to try to get a little bit closer, either to this particular family member, to family in general, because you're understanding that in the larger context of your life and your path, right? So I think it's a conscious decision that you're, conscious effort that you're making. Now, in the immediate future, we see the fire energy come in. We have water, we have, you know, some air, we have the major arcana and the Empress. Now we've got some fire. This is a real contrast, right? All of this kind of the blues and purples and the water, and then we kind of move into the air with the Lover's card. It kind of starts to give us a little bit of the brighter colors, the more kind of active colors, and we move right into the fire energy. And a beautiful fire card, 3 of Wands. This is really you finding your spiritual purpose, finding the meaning of life, you know, understanding yourself, knowledge of self. This is you really being confident in your path, right? Whatever path it is, whatever it may look like, however it may change, whatever kind of side paths you may take, however many times you may go off the trail, you have that confidence that you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's almost like you're not kind of wandering aimlessly through life, even if it may appear that way. I mean, we don't have the Fool energy here, but you are always on this path, even when you may take little detours. Okay, and that's a tremendous confidence. And this, I think, is coming from this revelation, directly from this, right? It's as if you have really discovered the star within yourself. You discover that this isn't some distant goal, some distant ideal, or, you know, the path that you want to take is something way out there. It's something that's within you. It's something that's, you know, as close to you as you are to yourself, you know. So this is a real spiritual integrity. This is really telling me that any decisions you make from now on are going to be in accordance with your will. They're going to be in line with your purpose and the meaning of your life, okay? And that's kind of an abstract thing. It doesn't need to be narrowed down to one particular job, one particular attitude or mood or practice or anything, right? It is infinite, but the point is, in each moment, you're going to be deciding to follow your path. In every moment, every decision, you know. And again, no matter how many detours, no matter how many times you go off trail, you're always making the decision that you feel in your heart is resonating with yourself. You know, your higher purpose, your inspiration, your motivation, your meaning of life. So this isn't so much a specific activity or action or attitude. This is a way of doing things, right? This is how you do things, not what you're doing, but how you're doing it, why you're doing it. Does that make sense? This is your self-respect, too. This is you really having the confidence in yourself and in your decisions, right? No matter what you are focused on at the time. Now, on the path of the Serpent here, we see some other kind of energy that I think is showing a different component to all of this. Okay, we're talking about the kind of water energy, the emotional ties, maybe the family kind of bonding. Over here, we see some other things. Okay, and the first thing we do see is this Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is your attitude now that everything you do is part of your destiny. Okay, we've already pretty much described this Wheel of Fortune card. I think everything we talked about on the path of the dove is summarized by this Wheel of Fortune card. This is, as the wheels of your life turn, you are always on your destined path, right? And this is like a self-created destiny, but at the same time, it's kind of predetermined, right? It's that paradox where it's fate and it's free will. It's both, okay? And I think now you have this attitude, especially with the Three of Wands, that every decision you make is part of this path, part of this destiny that you're creating. As it unfolds, it is being created by you, by spirit, intentionally, you know. So this is really a state of mind. This is your trust, your faith. This is your confidence that what you're doing is right for you in that moment. So there's really no second guessing yourself. You know, there's no doubt. The only air energy that we see, other than this Lover's card, the Gemini card, and other than this Star card, which is Aquarius, which is air. So there's some air there, but that's major arcana. This is like more cosmic in nature. But as far as the personal, particular air energy for you, the only thing we see is this Ace. Okay, now I know I'm skipping over that Temperance card, but we'll get back to that. So this is the Ace of Swords, and this is really you without a doubt. There is no turmoil in your mind anymore. It's clarity, right? You're taking the air energy that we saw with the Star and with the Lovers, and it is just so clear to you in your mind. There's no doubt. You know, this starlight that we're receiving, and these choices that we make, that we feel the inspiration now to choose one alternative over the other, right, in every moment. There's no doubt. There's no question. You are in the right place, you know. And I think that this is an unshakable resolve to do your will, to stay on your path, even if you're taking detours, even if you go off-road, off-trail. The choices are yours, the decisions are yours, and you are following your kind of divine guidance. You're following your own starlight, okay? And it's a real clarity. This is a real, almost a spiritual experience in itself, you know, but one that you experience intellectually, psychically, mentally, right? That clarity. It's almost like in that, you know, if you meditate, it's that state of meditation where there are really no thoughts. There's awareness, but there's no thinking going on, right? It's difficult to talk about. I think you know what I mean. Because I think you're experiencing it now in your daily life. Maybe you don't. Maybe you've never meditated a moment of your life. But I think you understand what that means. This Ace of Wands is that clarity where there's no internal debate. There's just awareness and certainty. Okay? We don't see any conflicting air energy here. Maybe this will be some air energy. I don't think so. We don't see any conflicting. There's no 2, 3, 4, 5. God forbid there's no 9 of swords. It's just the Ace. It's just one single awareness. Right? It's kind of a mental, psychic enlightenment. Right? And that's a very beautiful card. I think just looking at this imagery, you understand what the card's trying to say. You know. But back to this Art or Temperance card now. This is your environment. I think that the biggest challenge for you right now is just kind of learning through these choices that you make, right? Through this Wheel of Fortune energy primarily, and this clarity and this inspiration and this emotional connection. You're learning how to balance your kind of your home life and your work life. You're learning how to balance your heart and your kind of your head, your rational thinking, your planning. So I feel like it really is the challenge for you is to just, as much as you may want to just go in this kind of watery direction, right, with this emotional connection, maybe if this is a family coming back together, that sort of thing. as much as you want to just focus on that, you do have other things you're doing in your life. There is other responsibilities. You have some work or some career or some project, some physical creation that you're involved in. Okay? And I think it really is about the balancing of the different things in your life that you're doing. Okay? And that's where the decisions come in. That's where you just need to kind of have faith and trust in yourself, in your divine guidance, your inspiring starlight here. And you'll achieve this balance, you know. I think there may be times where the ego is going to want to stay in this Empress energy, right? Stay in this water energy, but you've got other things that you have to do, and that's where this clarity and this fiery Three of Wands need to kind of be activated, and you make the choice to continue with the balance of everything and make sure everything gets its proper due, everything gets the attention that it needs, you know. And it's really about kind of living this artistic life, this balanced life, you know. It's kind of the moderation, you know, we get the temperance energy in there, so it kind of is about moderation and understanding when you need to kind of shift gears into something else, right? Because like we said with that Empress energy, you kind of have a tendency to be where you are and just kind of stay there for a while, maybe a little too long. You get comfortable, you indulge in this feeling. There are other things that need your attention. You know, it's kind of a very practical message for this Art or Temperance card. And that's primarily because of the final card on the path of the Serpent is this Four of Pentacles. You are creating and building something in your life. Now, whether this is a career, employment, whether this is a future, whether this is like kind of your post-career projects and interests, you know, if you're starting your own business, you're starting some kind of creative project, or however you're manifesting all of this meaning and purpose that you found it for your life, you know. There is a lot that needs your attention on the physical plane. Okay, this could be your health, this could be your wealth, you know, fitness, finances. I think that part of this Art or Temperance card is knowing how to balance all these things in a healthy way, right? Because what could happen is this Empress could get too comfortable in this castle and it'll be completely isolating. The rest of the kingdom would start to deteriorate and decay and crumble because of lack of attention, you know? So this is doing the work internally, but also focusing on the things that need your attention externally, right? Your home, your business, your relationships, you know, your physical well-being as well, you know? So I think that the message is very clear. You've got a lot of this energy, a lot of this inspiration. I think you really are capable now of manifesting anything that you put your mind to. I think you know what these things are, and it's really about finding the balance, finding the harmony, and continuing to build in the proper way. Do things, you know, kind of by the book so that you get this really stable foundation, and then the possibilities are really endless, right? You want to build the best castle possible for this Empress, but you know, make sure that you don't neglect the rest of the kingdom at the same time, okay? So, the Mystery card. Now, we had a lot of major arcana already here. I would like to see some more major arcana, right? Because we have this clarity, we have this good fiery energy. We're striving for this balance. We have the faith and the trust in things. Now, I just want to see this all come together and really start to manifest, right? So what is the kind of energy that we need in order to take all of this kind of theory? Now, we don't need the earth energy because we're ending with the Four of Pentacles. That's showing me you are going to manifest all of this, and hopefully you'll do it in a very balanced, stable, harmonious way, right? Build the foundation first and build up. I would like to see somebody orchestrating this. I think this is going to be the Magus card, the Magician, right? Some Mercury energy. Because Mercury would be able to shift between all of this water, all of this inspiration, to this fire and this mental energy. We'll really be able to go from internal to external. We'll be able to change hats and really take care of everything while maintaining this star energy and this Wheel of Fortune energy, staying true to themselves. And, because Mercury shifts through all of the elements, can go into combination with other compounds and elements, remains unchanged, right? Can wear many hats, always is true to itself. I think this is going to be the Magician. Yeah. The Magician, the Magus energy. Mercury, the juggler. So I think this really is you now kind of orchestrating this life and being able to wear different hats at different times and entering into combination with all of these other aspects of your life. There is a strong family connection, but it seems like there's also a really strong work connection or some kind of project, some kind of building or creation that you're doing. Okay. So it's kind of, it's intellectual, it's emotional, it's spiritual, but it's practical. And Mercury really is the best energy for being able to do all of that while still being true to your purpose, your meaning, yourself, and the Three of Wands and this Wheel of Fortune energy. So this is you really with the skills, the talents, the abilities to hear the message, hear your inspiration, to know yourself, and to manifest your will. Right, so this is a tremendous confirmation. I love this. I'm glad we're ending with that Magician energy for you. I think it's going to be a really great week. We're going to do an extended. If you want to stick around, click on the link that's right here, and you can have access to all of the extended readings. Okay. This was your weekly reading for March 5th through March 11th on Dove and Serpent Tarot.